Hey guys, Traeger Tim here again. Today, we're going to show you how to clean your Traeger. You should do this every 2 to 3, maybe 5 cookings at the most, depending on what you are cooking and how many drippings are coming from that item. In this case here, we did a brisket and some chicken wings on the 4th of July, so this thing is a mess. You can tell on the drip pan here all of the residue that's left over. I'll show you the drip bucket here shortly as well to see how much came out of that brisket. That went for about 10 hours. So before we cook anything else on this Traeger, we do need to clean it. A couple things we need to pay attention to. Gloves, number 1, make sure you wear gloves to keep your hands from getting all greasy. We have the grates, we have the heat shield, we have the heat baffle, the drip pan, and then also the bucket, and then the fire pot underneath. We're gonna go ahead and clean all of those today. I had made my own homemade cleaner. This is just dish soap, vinegar, and water in a spray bottle. And instead of cleaning everything right here in the Traeger, I make a nice little spot on the side. I lay the grates out there just so it's a lot easier to handle everything and get that managed. I'm gonna go ahead and disassemble this, and we will show you the next step here in just a couple minutes. All right, so we have disassembled all of the components that we need to clean here. We got our bottom racks, we got our upper rack. We're gonna go ahead and throw this away. This is the aluminum Traeger cover that covers the drip tray. This is the actual drip tray here. There's a little bit of buildup on the side that's lower towards the drip pan. We'll go ahead and spray that down and wipe it as well. And this is the heat baffle that does go over the fire pot. That helps disperse the heat and get everything to cook evenly. Once you get all those out, you're gonna notice that there's like a sawdust soot buildup everywhere in this grill. That's gonna go ahead and get vacuumed out before we do spray it down. And you can just use a shop vac for that. Go ahead and get everything out of there, and the fire pot as well. That will need to be vacuumed out before we do spray this down. You can see all the grease buildup that has accumulated from all of the smoking that we have been doing lately. So let's go ahead and start this process here, and we'll catch up in just a minute. Another thing that we cannot forget about is our drip bucket. A lot of Traegers have them contained on the exterior of the grill. However, the Silverton 620, we do have it on the interior of the grill. Simply just remove it, unhook it, and this is definitely time. Look how full that is. It is almost all the way up to the rim. So luckily, We got this just in time before we smoke anything else, because that brisket, man, it really filled this bucket up. I'm gonna go ahead and put these old shop rags in the grease bucket just to help absorb some of it, and then we will throw it away and take it out. And I do have more liners for the actual Traeger bucket. The liners are great, keeps that bucket from really deteriorating as quickly as it could. So let's go ahead and get rid of this, and we'll start putting all this back together. Time to reassemble all of our components and put them back on the Traeger so we are ready to smoke our next meal. Everything is in place just as we left it, and how we're going to put this back is very simple. Just pick it up and put it back in the designated spots. The top rack makes it very easy. There's already designated holes where these little feet pop into, so you really can't mess it up. Left or right grates, doesn't really matter. Those will be going on. Before we do put those on, we have to put our components back in order. This is our heat baffle that goes over the fire pot. There's 2 little clips down here. Make sure you line them up, 2 on each side. So there's 4 total. That just clips right over the fire pot. The next thing you do want to put in, this is your drip pan. The drip pan goes very easy as well. There's a little ledge up here where everything will go into. Make sure you do turn it the correct way. Just angle and slope down. There's about an inch return on one side, that goes on the right side of the grill, about a 4-inch return on the left side, that'll go on the left side of the grill. From that point, you want to go ahead and replace your foil. I do have a brand new one right here. This is just your liner to keep your drip pan as clean as possible. Look at that nice new piece of Traeger foil. Doesn't get much better than that now, does it, guys? Go ahead and put your grates right back on top of that. And once we are complete with that, we're done. Everything is as good as new, or almost as good as new, and we are ready for our next cook. Thank you for watching. Traeger Tim